Well, as expected, Liesl, we heard from the state prosecutor basically saying that they needed a bit more time to update their indictment, and that the issue is around witnesses who are abroad, who cannot come into the country, of course, due to the COVID-19 regulations. We heard from Zuma's lawyers through Moses Kakane basically saying that there's no reason why the state isn't ready to go ahead, and that, in fact, by having another holding date for October, that means that, the justice for Mr. Zuma would further be delayed. The state, through its prosecutor, Billy Downer, did concede that, look, if the court, which is why we're here today, directed them, to actually be ready for trial in October, would do so. They've raised issue about pre-trial certification. Basically, that means that, they need to know that everything is ready for trial. That includes the witnesses, that includes the indictment, that includes, of course, how many counts and charges Mr. Zuma does face. And so there has been an agreement that, of course, this matter the next holding date will be in September, where all these issues by then should have been sorted out. And then on that particular date, on the 8th of September, a trial date must be set down. Now, one of the things that came up, of course, Liesl, the first things that Moses Kakane dealt with was the administrative issue, of course, related to the warrant of arrest issued for the former president on the 4th of February when he didn't appear at that time. It was Judge Daya Pillay who issued that warrant of arrest. And so today the state, Moses Kakane, submitting a new doctor's note saying that, of course, the state had questioned the authenticity of the doctor's note submitted, and today that warrant of arrest was cancelled for the former president.
Ziyanda, you, of course, were inside the courtroom. I mean, just walk us through what the atmosphere and mood was like, upon the announcement of that judgment.
Well, besides the mood and the atmosphere, Liesl, I think the most important thing is to touch on the arguments made by the defense lawyer, Moses Kakane, who at some stage actually proposed two options that can be presented to resolve the quagmire around when this trial must get underway. The first proposal that he had made was exactly what's happening, the holding date for September, and then, of course, knocking down a trial date, which they are still wanting to be in October. The second one, which many were quite, shocked by, including the judge herself, Judge Pietermaritzburg, was the move by Kakane to call for the matter to be struck off the court's roll completely, which would effectively mean that it would have to be the state again that would need to reinstate when this matter does take place again. And Kakane was doing this to say that the ball must be in the state's court, seeing that they are the ones who caused the delay. There was a bit of back and forth and finger pointing as to who was to blame for the delay in this matter not getting underway. But it seems as though, judging from what Judge Pillay had said, that she wants this matter to get underway as soon as possible. Otherwise, and also citing the age of former President Jacob Zuma, saying that, he is an elderly citizen. This matter must get underway as a matter of urgency.